Hey folks, a little bit of a coffee review. Just got finished working out. So this is coffee from Brew'd Awakening. They're in Lowell. They've been around since 2005, so almost 20 years, 2024. They started roasting their own beans in 2015. So this is the Painter. So they have two roasts. They have a medium roast, dark roast, and then French roast, dark roast. And then they have their own another roast that they only use for cold brew, and they do also use another roaster's coffee, which they were using before they roasted. I did my homework. Not usual. Anyway, Ethiopian dark roast. This is called the Painter. The Painter is Will Winslow. Got a here we go. Focus. Thank you, camera. A pig over a pit. I got this at the Boys and Girls Club auction with a shirt, a bag, and a mug. But I'm not using that mug. I'm using the Fellow coffee tasting glass that Mike got me for a couple years ago. Zero Coast coffee, fresh roast from Lowell, Mass. I've been there a few times. Everything has been fine. I like everything they have. I never brought their coffee home just because I've been buying other stuff. But anyways, I figured I have it. Let's do a review. Looks like coffee. So I made this in the AeroPress, made it another cup and then poured it in here. This cup was warmed while I was brewing it, so it's still pretty warm. So let's get a nose. So full disclosure, dark roast for me, I've kind of like sort of slowly started growing out of them, but I did have that Comics on Coffee Dark Night roast that was really good. This may be more, well, we'll see. I haven't even actually, I don't know why I'm going to make an opinion before I even add it. I say this in a lot of my reviews. It's earthy. You can tell it's a darker roast. The beans themselves, they're definitely that big, bold, like kind of like not burnt, but like just on the verge of it. This definitely has that roasty coffee vibe, a little bit of earthiness, but it's good taste. Don't want to burn my little tongue. Oh yeah, I did take a sip upstairs to see if it was how hot it was. So yeah, I forgot about that. And yeah, what I initially, the first thing that hit my brain upstairs was, and just now, which remind me, I don't want to set my fingers. It hits you with that like dark French roastiness, and it leaves it on the palate. But there is this lovely berry character to it, like which you don't usually expect. You usually get like the berry character maybe from like a medium, lighter roast. This, like the way that the roast comes through and the way that like the berry still kind of plays across your palate, really good. Something else I can't pick out. Licorice? No. There's a chocolatiness to it as well. As it cools across like the back of the palate, the sides, there is this like cacao kind of characteristic. It's really good. Like I said, this is actually, from a dark roast perspective, going back on the last one where I was like, with the Dark Night, where I said I like that more. This is actually, I'm preferring a little bit more. So maybe I am getting back into dark roast. 2 for 2, right? Like in the last couple months, like I'm not buying them, but when I get them, like the Dark Night one was a gift. This was from the auction, right? So you're probably going, well, why'd you bid on a dark roast coffee that you don't really big dark roast fan? Well, you know what? I didn't actually look at the bag. It was just a bunch of other cool stuff, and I was like, I want to support a local coffee spot. I want to support the Boys and Girls Club, so I just did it. So that's fine. Yeah. Bottle opener. Anyways, yeah, this is really good. If you're in the Lowell area, you're looking for a cup of coffee, looking for a place to like sit for a while with some Wi-Fi and work, have some good food, stop by Brew'd Awakening. Yeah, this I really like. I think this would be, this is going to be so many different ways I'm going to brew this now. I'm already thinking like the AeroPress is good. I think I'm going to do more concentrated to make more of Americano, but then also compare that against an Americano with the Mocha Pot. And then I also have my pour over in my AeroPress XL, and not the French press. This actually could make some good, a high concentrated cold brew. So I may do that as well because I got a lot of beans. And I have so much coffee in the cabinet, it's ridiculous. But anyways, I rambled too much. Down in the comments, if you had anything from Brew'd Awakening in Lowell, Mass, the Painter series specifically, Ethiopian Dark Roast, what do you think of it? What do you think of Brew'd Awakening in general? Let's have a conversation. Nerdsense.net, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Those are the things like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget those notification bells so you know how you're posting videos. And I'm Sean. This is Nerdsense. Cheers.